So good day, this is the reporting of Group 1, which is the topic is the introduction to the study of globalization by Manfred Steger. So the learning objectives for this reporting is first is discuss the introduction to the study of globalization by Manfred Steger. Next is Manfred's ideology of globalization. Third is Michael Frieden's sentiments. Fourth is Alger Aprida's contribution. Fifth is the scapes of globalization, techno, media, finance, and etc. So introduction to the study of globalization by Manfred Steger. So Manfred's study of globalization introduces the concept as the interconnectedness and interdependence of people, cultures, economies, and technologies across the world. It involves the shrinking of distances due to advancement in communication and transportation, resulting in a more interconnected and interdependent world. So for example, think about how internet has made it possible for people to communicate and share information and conduct businesses throughout continents instantly. So Steger's works emphasize that globalization is not just an economic phenomenon, but also impact cultures, politics, and society as a whole. It's about how various aspects of our lives are influenced by interactions that transcends national borders. This video is for educational use only. Our group is allowing our instructor, Mr. Roldan Ardines, to use this as an educational material.
Good day, everyone. Globalization is defined by Manfred as expanding our social, political, traditional, and geographical connection across different countries around the world. It also means intensifying this certain connection for our world and countries' benefit. In addition, he said that globalization has no time limit, which can happen anytime. Furthermore, he said that globalization has no boundaries. It can across different nations around the world. So here are the three ideologies of globalization according to Manfred. First, we have market globalism. Second, justice globalism. And third, religious globalism. So let us explore first what is market globalism. Market globalism advocate promise a consumerist neoliberal free market world. So we have the keyword is free market world. This ideology is held by many powerful individuals who claim it transmit democracy and benefits to everyone. However, it also reinforces inequality and politically motivated. Now let us find out the second ideology, but Cadet Malone now will explain the remaining ideology of globalization. So thank you.
Hi guys, I'm the Cadet Malona Crisinio. I'm here in front of you to continue the report. So number 2, justice globalism. Manfred says that justice globalism envisages a global civil society with fairer relationships and environmental safeguards. They disagree with market globalists who view neoliberalism as the only way. So the other meaning of justice globalism is that justice globalism is an approach to globalization that focuses on social or left-wing notions of global justice. 3. Religious globalisms. Manfred explains that religious globalism strives for a global religious community with superiority over cellular structures. The globalization of religion can be understood as a process of realignment in this global religious situation.
So, Michael Frieden's sentiments. Michael Frieden is a professorial research associate at the Department of Politics and International Studies at the School of Oriental and African Studies in University of London. He is also Emeritus Professorial Fellow at Mansfield College, Oxford. Between 2013 and 2015, he was Professor of Political Theory in the School of Politics and International Relations at the University of Nottingham. He is a leading theorist of ideology and a founding editor of the Journal of Political Ideologies. So, taking issue of Michael Frieden's skeptical assessment that it is too far early to pronounce globalism's status as an ideology. This article seeks to establish that globalism not only presents a set of political ideas and beliefs coherent enough to warrant the status of new ideology, but also constitutes the dominant ideology of the time against which all of its challengers must define themselves. After drawing carefully analytic distinction between often conflated terms involving the concept of globalization. The main section of this article relies on the three criteria suggested by Friedens to assess the ideology maturity of globalism. It is proposed that its conceptual structure be disregarded not merely into core, adjacent, and peripheral concepts, but perhaps more dynamically into six core claims that crucial thematic and political roles. So Frieden reclassified design based on the select features of human behavior such as pride. Example of that is a proud person exposes his achievements in an excessive way to others. Fear, a feeling of being afraid of something or someone. Gregariousness is the way of being friendly. Complacency, a feeling so satisfied with your own abilities or situation that you feel do not need to try any harder. Vulnerability, the equality of state of being exposed to the possibility of being attacked or harmed, either physical or emotional. Insubordination, refusing to follow a direct order from an authority figure. And the self-depreciation. It is a way that tries to make yourself, your abilities, or your achievements seems less important.
Good day, sir. I am Cadet Flores Manolose, and I'm going to discuss the Michael Frieden virtues. So, Michael Frieden's article possesses a number of virtues. First is, it wisely reminds students of ideology that political belief systems are ephemeral constellations whose shifting morphologies demand periodic scholarly reassessments. And the second is, it challenges 21st century analysis of ideology to reappraise antiquated popular and conventional classification systems that might obscure more than they illuminate. And so this means that scholars must be willing to entertain the possibility of wholesale ideological transformations and thus be prepared to rethink, revise, and perhaps replace outdated conceptual morphologies that no longer capture the dynamics of actually existing political belief systems. And lastly, it displays considerable intellectual imagination by calling for experimental thought exercises designed to redraw old ideological boundaries and reclassify ideological systems. So, while sharing Frieden's interest in changing ideological system as well as sympathizing with these two proposed methodological lines of inquiry, I nonetheless must resist his brief assessment of globalism. Contra Frieden, this article maintains that this is not too early to pronounce on globalization, status, and ideology. In fact, it will seek to establish the globalism not only represents a set of political ideas and beliefs coherent enough to warrant the status of a new ideology, but also constitutes the dominant political belief system of our time against which all of its challengers must define themselves.
Good day everyone, I am Deck Cadet Ojo Alan and I'm here to talk about Arjun's Aparodai's contributions to globalization. So, let's start. Arjun's Aparodai is a prominent cultural anthropologist and scholar known for his influential work in the fields of anthropology, globalizations, and cultural studies. Born on August 4, 1949 in Mumbai, India. He has made significant contributions to the understanding of how globalizations impact culture, society, and the movement of the ideas, people, and commodities. Then, Arjun Aparodai has made significant contributions to the understanding of globalizations, particularly through his influential writings and concepts. Some of his key contributions include scapes theory, cultural flow, and hybridity, the role of media, ethnographic approach, diaspora, and migration. Scapes theory, it is the Aparodai introduced the concept of scapes in his influential work, Modernity at Large. He identified and categorized 5 key scapes that represent different dimensions of global flows. The first is the ethnoscapes. It is the movement of people. The ethnoscape refers to human migration, the flow of people across boundaries. This includes migrants, refugees, exiles, and tourists, among other moving individuals and groups, all of whom appear to affect the politics of and between nations to a considerable degree. Then, the second is the technoscape. The technoscape movement of technology and information is the flow of technology and mechanical and informational, and the ability to move such technology at rapid speeds. The flow of technology especially increases as the pace of technological innovation increases. Third is the financescape. Movement of financial capital refers to the different forms of capital and the movement of such capital across the world for various purposes. Fourth is the mediascapes. The mediascapes is the flow of media and images. Refers to the flow of media across borders. The fifth is the ideoscapes. The ideoscapes is the movement of ideologies, is the flow of ideas and ideologies, and is composed of concepts, terms, and images. This framework has been widely used to analyze the complexity of globalization and how these various flows impact societies and cultures. The second contributions that Arjun Aparodai did is the cultural flow and hybridity. Aparodai emphasized the cultural aspects of globalization. He explored how the global exchange of ideas, images, and cultural elements results in hybrid cultural forms. He argued that globalization does not lead to homogenizations but rather fosters the creation of new hybrid cultural expressions.
Good day, sir. Good day, classmates. I'm the cadet Chalico John Philip, and I'm here to continue what Arjun Aparodai's contribution are. Here are her contribution. Third, the role of media. Aparodai highlighted the crucial role of media and communication technologies in the globalizing process. He discussed how media influences the spread of information, images, and ideologies, shaping the global consciousness and the ways people perceive the world. Fourth, ethnographic approach. Apadorai encouraged ethnographic research to understand globalizations and localized impacts. He believed that studying how global forces affect specific communities and individuals on the ground provides a more comprehensive and nuanced perspective on globalization. Fifth, diaspora and migration. He also contributed to the study of diaspora and migration, exploring how people's movement across borders and resulting cultural interaction contribute to the changing dynamics of globalization. Arjun Apadorai's work is significantly enriched the field of globalization studies by offering conceptual frameworks and perspectives that emphasize the complexity, diversity, and cultural dimensions of the globalizing world. His writings have been influential in both academic and policy discussion on globalization. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Good day. I am Patrick Abundo and I'm here to tackle some of the 5 scapes of globalization by Apadorius. So these are ethoscape, mediascapes, technoscapes, financescape, and eduscape. First is, what is ethoscapes? So ethnoscape is a concept introduced by the anthropologist Arjun Apadoria in his book Modernity at Large, Cultural Dimensions of Globalization in 1996. Ethnoscapes refer to fluid and shifting landscapes of people, including tourists, immigrants, and refugees, and other mobile individuals who move across borders and interact with different cultures. These movements of people contribute to the global flow of ideas, cultures, and identities, and they play a significant role in shaping the contemporary world's cultural dynamics. Ethnoscapes highlight the way in which global forces such as migration and tourism impact and transform cultures and societies. So next is mediascapes. So mediascapes, it refers to the global flow of information and images through media channels such as television, film, radio, newspapers, and the internet that we are using. So mediascapes emphasize the role of the media in shaping our perceptions of the world and influencing cultural, social, and political processes on a global scale. In the context of mediascapes, the media not only convey information but also helps construct narratives, representations, and ideologies that impact how people perceive themselves and others. So they play a crucial role in the dissemination of ideas, values, and cultural products across borders, contributing to the globalizations of culture and the interconnectedness of societies. Mediascapes are an essential aspects of understanding how globalizations influence the way information is produced, consumed, and shared globally. So here is the technoscape. So what is technoscape? So it refers to the global flows of technology, including the movement of machinery, equipment, and technology. Know how cross borders these flows of technology have a significant impact on how societies and cultures operate in the modern globalized world. So, in technoscapes, the movement of technology is not limited by geographic boundaries. So, instead, it's influenced by economic, political, and cultural factors, and it contributes to the rapid dissemination of innovations and the integration of technological advancements into various aspects of life worldwide. So, Technoscape is play crucial role in shaping the interconnectedness of societies and the global diffusions of new technologies. So that's all.
Good day, everyone. I'm Deck Cadet Zavala, and I'm here to explain the Financescapes and Eduscape. So, Financescape are the global financial map. They involve the movement of money, investment, and financial instrument across borders. It's how the world economies are connected, the stock market, international trade, foreign exchange rate, and even digital currencies like Bitcoin all contribute to Financescape. Change in one part of the world can ripple through this financial network, impacting economies worldwide. This concept highlight how our world is influenced by exchange of ideas and money on a global scale, shaping our societies and economies. Eduscape is a concept developed by a political scientist Arjun Appadurai. Eduscapes is referred to the flow and circulation of ideas, image, and information. Global scale, Eduscope are part of his larger framework called the Scapes, which also includes Mediascape, Technoscape, Ethnoscape, and Financescape. Eduscape encompass the complex network truth with ideologies, belief, and cultural representation move across borders. This network can include media, social media, literature, art, and various forms of communication. This concept highlights how ideas and ideologies are not confined to one place to another, but are constantly evolving and interacting on a global stage. Age scope are crucial in understanding how cultures, politics, and societies are influenced by and interact with each other in today's interconnected world. That's all, sir, and thank you.